5-minute
call. This is your 5-minute call with Cessalee Stovall.
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is your 5-minute call with Cessalee Stovall. And today we have on the line C.K. Edwards, and his top 5 are as follows. Number 1, he is currently in Broadway's Shuffle Along. He is one of the swings with that company. And yeah, Shuffle Along, see? Number 2, his other Broadway credits include After Midnight and Billy Elliot. Number 3, he recently left the national tour of the Book of Mormon. Number 4, he's originally from Dallas, Texas, and he went to the University of Oklahoma for college. And number 5, he is a highly ranked chess player. He has actually beaten all of the top chess players in Union Square. Who knew? Welcome, CK. How's it going?
Hey, it's good. I don't know if that's a claim to fame or not. I mean, I don't know how good they really are, but I have beaten them all at least once.
That's awesome. So, question 1 for you is tell us a little bit about your journey from high school to college to where you are now.
Oh, okay. So high school is where I kind of got introduced to theater the first time because I went to an arts magnet. I played the violin. I was in the orchestra cluster. And one of the theater teachers spotted me tap dancing one day. And she was like, wait, you're a tap dancer? We have this show. We need guys. It was Guys and Dolls, my very first show. And I got in it, and I was bamboozled. It was not a tap show. But I played Harry the horse, and every time I entered or exit, I got a little tap break. I went to Oklahoma, as you said, University of Oklahoma. After college, I didn't come straight to New York. I decided to go on my own little tour of the country in my car, and I would just accept non-equity gig after non-equity gig. And I finally ended up getting my card at Little Theater on the Square. I also met my wife at that same theater. So I have to thank theater for finding me my wife as well. So.
Tia will be very happy to hear that. Okay, so question 2 for you is what was for you the breakthrough moment or the moment you knew this was what you wanted to pursue as a career?
I believe it was that summer when I met my wife, because even up until that point, my dad and my whole family, they were like, what are you going to actually do? Like, what are you going to, like when you stop playing around, what are you going to actually make your career choice? And but that summer I realized that I didn't care how much money I was making as long as I could support myself. And I was like, I really love doing this. I love being on stage. And then I did the full Monty at one theater for 3 months. And every night I would come out of the stage door and people would not recognize me because I played Horace, the older black gentleman in the show. I played him like I was 55 or 60 years old. And when I came out, nobody recognized me. And I just thought, this is amazing. I want to do this for the rest of my life.
So question 3 for you is what's the most memorable moment you've had in your career, either on stage or off stage?
All right. Well, because I just talked about the full Monty, it reminded me of this moment at this theater. I had a lot of memories from this theater. And the full Monty, at the very end, that's kind of the idea, is that they go the full Monty. We had these thongs that are we have these thongs that you're supposed to wear, and then I think the last night we were all like, you know what? Let's just not wear that thong underneath our stage thong that we take off. And I don't know if it was just because we were just being naughty or whatever, like the stars and the lines or whatever, something was against us, or I don't know. Anyway, the lights are supposed to blind the audience. The floodlights come from the stage, flood the audience when we take off for the last beat of the show. And of course, you can tell where I'm going with this. That night, the lights didn't necessarily keep up with us. So yeah, I've actually been butt naked on stage before.
Great. So the moral of the story is wear what your costumer tells you to wear.
Exactly.
Okay, question 4 for you comes from our Twitter audiences. Thank you, Twitter. And we want to know, you are currently doing Shuffle Along with Audra McDonald and Brian Stokes-Mitchell, and I don't want to say their names too loud because they're literally backstage right now. What's it like to do a show with these huge Broadway legends?
Oh, I mean, it's amazing. It's kind of great to come to work with with people of that caliber, and then you realize they're just people, and they just happen to be really, really good at what they do, the best. And but all of the people that you've named and all the people that you'll see in our show, they're all professionals, and they all stay like those guys are usually here before everyone else, and they leave later just because they knew what it was like to be us. We're all in here for the same common goal, is the show. You know, the show is what's bigger than all of us, and that goes for the leads as well. Because just like us, like they're getting numbers cut. We're in previews, like you said, and you know, no one's safe from getting numbers cut from this show. You know, so but at the same time, we all know. Even Audrey said, like, you know, if my number needs to be shorter, I will sacrifice it because if that makes the show better. You know, so it's just that's what it's like being on the stage with legends, because you know, you realize like how much they don't walk around like they're a legend. You know, they walk around like they're a human being, and that just that brings all of us up to their level just because we're in the same room.
Right. Oh, that's so cool. Well, you guys definitely go see Shuffle Along. It is so great. I'm so glad I got to see a preview of it, and I can't wait to see it once it officially opens. Okay, question 5 for you is, if you could go back in time and give your 16-year-old self one piece of advice, what would it be?
I'm living some things that I feel like if I were to go back and tell myself anything different, it would change where I am. So I'm glad that I had the journey that I did and the time that it took me. And to add to that, I'm doing what I feel like I should be doing. Like, I love what I do. So I just feel like there are people here on Broadway, like when I did Billy Elliot, there were, you know, 8-year-olds congratulating me and telling me, welcome to Broadway. But that's their timing. You know, they were supposed to be on Broadway when they were 8. I was supposed to get to Broadway a little bit later. But if I were to go back and tell myself something, I would say, be more confident in my choices.
Oh, that's great. CK, thank you so much for joining us on 5 Minute Call. I can't believe we call you in the middle of your dinner break. Guys, go see Shuffle Along. Do not miss it. Break a leg tonight. Have a wonderful show. And tell Audrey we said hi.
Hey, ladies. So you think you can dance as Curtis Holland?